Hello and good evening. This is the Man United agenda, and we are doing the preview show, Manchester United versus Everton, kickoff at 12:30 p.m. on Saturday. Hello and Man United agenda, and it is your preview show. Manchester United taking on Everton. Ole up against Rafa Benitez. I call him the tactician of Benitez because he always trying to get one over on Manchester United. So, guys, if you're watching, please like, please share, please subscribe. And once we hit 1K subscribers, we'll be giving you away a chance to win yourself a Bruno Fernandes signed football shirt. So, as always, panel, Mr. B on Monday. The Man United agenda. Matt, Football United TV. As always, sir, pleasure, always. And MAISEY, Devils United, as always. Thank you so much. And also remember, guys, smash a like, share, subscribe to Devils United and also to Football United TV. And MAISEY is always here doing play rating for us as well on the Man United agenda. So, guys, we're not going to talk about the past. All it is the future. Man United taking on Everton on the weekend. Now, a lot's been told and a lot's been surrounding listening to the interview of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer regarding, and also Cristiano Ronaldo, regarding the nervousness in the changing room at half-time. They didn't believe in themselves, whether or not they're going to win or not. Obviously, that was a Champions League. We're going to move on now to Everton last time we played Everton, it was a 3-3 draw. We were 2-0 up. Paul Pogba got injured and it all went wrong. So let's go with the guest now. Let's start talking to Matt, Football United TV, before we go on to everyone else. Yep, that's you, Matt, the Football United TV. So Man United versus Everton, it is a big game. It is a huge game for us, and we always seem to have a it's almost like a derby game. It's almost like a Liverpool United, but then it's not far margin, is it?
We stole their manager, didn't we? Do you remember his name? David Moyes.
Moist. Moist.
So look, the Everton game is going to be tough. I mean, we've seen it with Aston Villa and with West Ham as well. They've pretty much since that Leeds game, it's been very tight with our games, hasn't it? You know what I mean? We haven't really just been comfortable winning like we did with Leeds. So look, I can only see it being, hopefully, I pray to the Lord that we win at least by 3-1 or something like that, and not a 2-1, not a scrape through. It's going to be difficult, though. I know that Everton has slumped down a little bit. I know they got problems with financial fair play, and Rodriguez has just gone to Qatar, hasn't he, recently? So that they're having problems. The morale's not necessarily there with Everton. We could pounce on that, I think, as winning the game yesterday. I think proves that we definitely push right to the very end to get results, and I think that's not in our DNA. So I think Everton are worried, but I also think, they kind of look at it and go, well, that we could get a result here. And I am kind of worried about it because Benitez hates Man United, as you know, because he loves Liverpool. The city, not just the club. That's why he went to Everton, isn't it? Because he loves Liverpool. I think it's going to be a difficult game, but I can see us getting through that, especially with the morale that we're on from yesterday's game.
MAISEY, let's go to you, and then we're going to open up the doors. Benitez, I know what Matt's saying. It should be, but the problem is a lot of time when we're playing these teams, it should be, but it never is. Especially looking at our home form as well, we struggle a lot at home. What do you think this is down to? Why do you think we struggle so much, especially against a Rafa Benitez team as well, coming to Old Trafford?
Rafa Benitez, I think he's a really good manager. For me, I feel like we did struggle against Everton last season, especially at home, and a reason why for that, I feel like maybe we think sometimes, we've got the fans behind us, and if we've got the fans, then we can just trust on the fans, and if we've got that kind of support, then we don't need, we can just do whatever on the pitch. And sometimes a lot of the United players, what I seem to notice, especially when we've got that 1 goal, 2 goals, we kind of take our eye off the ball, and that's something what can be quite worrying sometimes. And we did notice that in several games. You've seen it even at a couple of games, even against Villarreal last game. We did lose control of the ball. We lost our eye on the ball as well, and that's something what does need to be concentrated on, because Rafa Benitez, he is a very good manager, and he will take advantage of that if we are not very careful. And they have got good players on that pitch as well, like Richarlison's one of them, and Calvert-Lewin, if he's back. Them two are going to definitely take that advantage of them counter-attacking when it's necessary.
And you also forgetting Richarlison as well. Very dangerous as well.
He is very dangerous.
You know, very dangerous. Let's go on Monday. Benitez. When I thought about it and the game, and I sit there to myself and say we're playing Everton, all that gone in my mind is Torres against Vidic, and that's all that keeps that memory. It's planted how Torres literally destroyed us every time we went
one game.
Benitez.
It was one game that he done.
It don't matter though, right? It was like nosebleed. My nose is still bleeding from it.
So you're saying you're sore? Anyway, yeah, I think we all agree. It's unanimous out here. Rafa Benitez. I mean, what he done for Valencia in the early 2000s, he had a fantastic team. I know little tanned Matt has just come back from Spain. So if you want to know about Valencia and that sort of thing, yeah, I'd ask him. But yeah, I remember Rafa Benitez's team took him to Liverpool one time and outplayed Liverpool off the park with Almar and Vicente and all these guys, Ruben Baraka and all them guys in midfield. They were a quality team. And obviously he's come to Liverpool, won Champions League with them. His resume is just superb. What he done with Newcastle as well. He's just and what you hear from players as well who've played under him, they all have to give him big respect. So as MAISEY was saying just now, we have to respect the man. We have to respect any team he comes with. They're going to be organised. They're going to be well set up, and he's going to obviously it will give him great kudos in Liverpool if he manages to beat us. It's going to be a tough game, I believe. Everton's never easy, no matter who's managing them. As we saw last season, I think we were 3-1 up at one point, and they came back. Right. And who's a ex-Norwich defender who signed for them? Mixed race guy. He plays Everton now. He's on the cusp of playing for England. Godfrey. Yeah, Godfrey. He was giving it stuff. It really means something to Everton to beat Man United. And at the moment, if they were having a Everton agenda show, they would be saying they're vulnerable now, lads. Let's go and get them. Let's go out there and attack them and beat them at home or whatever. They would be saying that because we've had a bit of a patchy form of late. So I'm really looking forward to the game. I'm looking forward to TalkMu's commentary if we do the live watch along, because it's always exciting. And we're marching on after yesterday, after the West Ham last minute controversy and missed penalty, after yesterday last minute goal. It feels like it's 99 all over again, you know. So let's go United. What do you think, Mr. B? He's shaking your head.
99 was a long time ago. My heart was a lot better. I can't do another 99. I'll be honest, bro. I cannot do another 99. As for Everton with Benitez, well, I do like Rafa. I'll be honest. I do like Rafa. I don't believe Everton are going to have anything that we should be too worried about. They haven't beaten us since 2013. So wow. That's a little while ago at home at Old Trafford. That's a little while. And yeah, we all know who did it, the Moist man. So, you know, that's kudos to him. But you're looking at, what have they got? Calvert-Lewin injured. Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Richarlison plays when he wants to play. He's not the best in front of goal, but he will run all day. And Damari Gray, I think, is the one who we probably will have to watch, depending on who we're playing on our left. Damari Gray is probably the one who I feel will be offering probably the most threat out of everybody there. Their defenders shouldn't be able to cope with ours, and their midfielders, regardless of who we play, I think we should be better than. So, yes, Everton will give us a good game, but I do believe that over the 90 minutes, we'll prove that we will be the stronger team and take the 3 points.
With that as well, Mr. B, you're saying obviously Damari Gray, we're talking about Richarlison, Kevin Lewin, we're not sure if he's going to be fit or not. There's one player who has, since he joined Everton in the summer on a free transfer, has hit the ground running there at the moment. He'd be very dangerous, and that's Andros Townsend. He'd be very dangerous. He looks very, very good at the moment. He's a new resurge, Andros Townsend.
The only thing resurging with him is his hair. He made a miraculous recovery from the dead. Isn't that right, Mr. B?
He was bolder than me.
Yeah, I know.
He was bolder than me, yeah? Listen, that's... Oh, my day, man. That's probably completely off. Where were we?
We talk about Andros Townsend, his resurgence.
Okay. I'm going to put one thing to you. Who did he trade with at Crystal Palace? Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He's going to get nothing out of Aaron Wan-Bissaka tomorrow. He's going to get nothing out of Aaron Wan-Bissaka tomorrow. So, Andros Townsend with his miraculous super hair is not going to do anything. I don't think he's going to be the guy tomorrow. Honestly, I don't see him being a threat.
No. So,
sorry. Can I add to that? I think, look, we've seen teams getting behind us, countering us with pace. We saw it against Newcastle. We saw it against Wolves, especially. We saw it yesterday with Villarreal running, getting beyond us, breaking us down in midfield and then countering. Seems like a lot of teams setting up like that. With Damari Gray and Townsend, they've got a lot of pace, and they've been really on fire this season. So it's going to be interesting how we cope with that if they had that same sort of strategy.
Yeah, and with Benitez as well, the way Benitez he plays with like a 4-4-1-1, doesn't he? So if the midfield seems like it's getting swamped in the midfield, he'll then pull a player back in, and it's almost like player 5 in midfield instead, because that then allow Damari Gray and Townsend to basically counter. So for us, they could get behind us on Saturday. They could. So with it, I'm taking nothing away from Everton at all. It's going to be a very tight game, but we will give our score prediction later on what we all think our score prediction will be. Unfortunately, our score prediction will always be the same.
And the Mondays. Living in the dream world, both of y'all.
It'll never change. Will never change. So let's talk about a bit now with Man United. Guys, if you're watching, please like, please share, please subscribe to the Man United Agenda. On Monday, would you like to take some comments? We've got a few comments in already.
Like I say, we're just surfing over the comments these days.
Brilliant.
So I just want to say hi to Almighty Blues. We know who you are. Go and tune into his channel. Fantastic. One of the best pundits out there representing India. It's the mighty Almighty Blues. TalkMU, hi, how you doing? Devils United, big up. Actually, you're here. Annie Herbert, big up to the panel. Favorite Gooner in the house. That's correct. Moist, yeah, we know. We call him David Moist. Come on, Mr. B, say it one more time, would you please? Say hi to Mehdi. How you doing, Mehdi, man?
Hello,
big
mate.
up.
Welcome, thank you.
Evening, folks, says Romano, he was on Rio Ferdinand's show the other day, isn't it? They signed him up. Good evening, everyone, he says. It's everywhere. All right, a lot of big ups, a lot of nice warm welcomes coming in. Is that a fake account? Yes, it probably is. Big Phil.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Okay. Any questions in the panel, in the comments, guys? Had to check. Okay, come on. Here we go.
I don't think there was any. No, I don't think there was any.
No, just this joke about Romano coming in.
Yeah. So, guys, if you're watching, please like, please share, please subscribe to the Man United Agenda. And now we will move on to let's go to the last 6 meeting. Last 6 meeting overall, Man United 1-2, drawn 3, lost 1. So that's basically that's Everton with their last few games as well. But then looking at Man, since the season started with Rafa Benitez, 2-2 draw against Leeds, Brighton 2-0 win, Burnley 3-1 win, then lost against Villa. So people do beat Villa. Villa, you know, so Villa do it. And then Norwich, they won against Norwich. If my maths is serving me correct, I think they're sitting like 5th in the league or 6th in the league, Everton, at the moment.
Roughly around, yeah. I think roughly they are around
Yeah,
that.
they're roughly around that sort of thing, isn't it?
Even though, like, obviously Everton is a big game to play, I think this game is also more important knowing that it's the game just before international break. And every time you do play just before international break, you do always want to finish on a high. And right now, if you look at this Premier League table, it's quite tight at the moment. We've got the same points as Manchester City. We've got the same points as Chelsea as well. We're not far off from Liverpool. I'm not too sure if they're a point ahead or have done the same points. But don't forget as well, you've got Liverpool and Man City who are also playing this weekend. So this 3 points is quite crucial. These 3 points are quite crucial because one of them, if it's either going to be a draw or one's going to lose, it'll help us go up higher in the Premier League table as well. So even more, and as well as the international break, these 3 points are quite needed for us.
Good shout.
Yeah. Good shout. And also, you got to remember as well, I think we're saying from 10th to sort of 1st, there's no points much difference in it, is there? So it's still very tight, quite tight.
Yeah,
the league is.
Just pretty much on goal difference at this moment in time based off everybody. I think ours is a bit more downer just because of the goal difference, because I think obviously Man City's got a better goal difference than us and Liverpool has got a better goal difference than us as well.
Yeah.
Arsenal 5 points off top. That shows you how close it is. They've been doing rubbish. Sorry, Anthony. But they have.
Yeah, it is quite this season. I think with this season, and this is where I always say to people, I don't get carried away as yet, sort of about the Ole out and all of this nonsense that's happening. Because one, the team needs time to gel. So that's the first thing. The team is new, it needs to gel. Secondly, Man City has lost this season. Liverpool haven't lost, they've drawn. But at the same time, the league right now is so close. 8 games played or 7 games played, and people are sitting there already want, you know, a new manager and things like that, where we've got to think a bit more deeper and think to ourselves, we're not in a bad place. We're drawing 2nd in the league. We're only 1 point off Liverpool. Again, like what MAISEY just said, we win, Liverpool or Man City drop points, we could technically, depends on who win, we could go top of the league.
You know what? I agree with you. I think first off, I just want to say, Premiership is the best league in the world. It's unofficial now. Throwing a little pun there for you, Matt. Yeah, it's unofficial now. It's undisputed, the best league in the world. We've got probably the best players, the best teams, strongest teams, as we saw in Europe last season. So if you win the league this season, you've got to be a top team. I do think, if you've noticed with Klopp, he's starting to rotate his team. Most games, he rotates his team a lot now, and he's trying to maintain because they know about the burnout. We've probably got to do the same and sort of start to recognize what games we can play probably a weaker team in, for example. It's going to be a long season. It's going to be tight. And I think the usual candidates are going to be in there at the end, towards the end. The creme always rises to the top. So we're talking like Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool, and ourselves, you know. So really good season. It's going to be exciting for everybody. I mean, especially on the Man United agenda. We're going for it this year. We came 2nd last season, and other teams, no matter how good they look on paper or how beautiful they look on eye candy when we're watching them, they do slip up, as you mentioned earlier, you know. So come on, we just got to grind out results, keep grinding out results, and just keep going. Everyone just keep supporting United because it could be special.
Go on, Matt.
I just want to say, you know, how you said, like, it's too early to throw out the manager. I remember Chelsea throwing out Lampard, Tuchel coming in and winning Champions League. So it could work. It could work. We could get rid of Ole and get a better manager in and win something.
Trust the process. Trust the process. Believe
but
it.
When did Lampard leave? Was it like after Christmas?
It
was after Christmas.
Okay,
yeah.
So that's a good time to assess how your team's doing. Not really after 6-7 games, really. I think by Christmas we can like sit down and reassess how we've done so far, you know.
And I believe as well, when Lampard did get sacked, he was around the 8th to 10th place mark as well. He was losing quite a few games. It was only really the Champions League that was quite consistent in at that time, and that was obviously the cup what they did win. And when Tuchel came in, that's when the FA Cup started. So he was like, that was his kind of fresh start at Chelsea, having that FA Cup, and he got to the final with that. For me, I don't really see why Ollie should be questioned. He's on the same points as Pep Guardiola's team, who how much are they worth? About £1 billion altogether in the entire squad. You've got obviously Chelsea's team, who spent over 200 million last season, and they're on the same amount of points as us. Liverpool are probably like only just 1 point ahead of us, and There's a lot of teams who are literally around the same points as us, and we might. There might be some games where you think, wow, but we're still not doing bad at this moment in time. So for me, Ollie should not be questioned at all. I think if, for example, if it gets to later on and then it does go to we are dropping really badly, I would say maybe so. But at this moment in time, there should be no reason for him to be questioned.
And also, Maisie, I don't know what you guys think about this, but what makes us special is our characteristics as a club. We play youth players, got a lot of young youth players coming through. McTominay yesterday, Greenwood was playing. We've just bought Sancho, who's young. And also, with Chelsea, they sack managers quite frequently, don't they? As soon as you have a bad few results, they did it with the other Champions League winning season. They sacked whoever it was and brought in Di Matteo. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, but we don't do that at Man United. We're trying to sort of persist with this and keep going with it. We don't want to be seen as a club. We've had a few rocky years with different managers. We need to persist with it, and the fans do too, and just sort of go with this, because that's not our style. We've got our own identity, and we don't want to be sort of a sort of Chelsea kind of glory club, just bringing people in and out like that so easily.
Yeah. So guys, I was going to say we can go through some comments, but we won't. We'll keep the comments. It's my favorite time of the show, guys. Please like, please share, please subscribe to the Mani Agenda. And let's see how close I am going to be to the 1 on Saturday. So,
drum roll, please.
Let's go. Let's share this with you guys. Guys, if you're watching, can you please give us your 1 to 11 who you believe will start against Everton on Saturday? And also remember, I'm about 98% right all the time with it. So sorry. No need for it, guys. No need for it. So let's do this, guys. Let's bring my team up. So this is my team I've picked. Let's start off first then.
All right. Do you want me to read it? So you got De Gea in goal, right back Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof and Varane at centre backs. You got Telles, so Sean can't be fit. Scott McTominay and Fred in midfield, Bruno number 10, Pogba on the left this time, Greenwood on the right, and up front, Ronaldo. What do you think, guys?
Any dispute? Any changes? Mr. B, can't hear you. Oh, go on. Can't hear Mr. B. Definitely can't hear Mr. B.
Okay.
Maisie, we'll come back to Mr.
No, I'm back. Right. Okay. Is Telles fit for one? Because he came off the game just played. Is Telles fit?
He'll be fit. Telles will. But I know Luke Shaw is definitely out.
Okay, so if Telles isn't fit, who would you play at left back?
Dallo usually plays there, doesn't he? Came on the other day for sure.
Yeah.
And not Fred.
What?
Well, after that raiding cross.
Yeah, I think he played a great. I think he played a great pass. Okay, so we're saying Dallo, yeah.
Yes.
We're definitely having Scott and Fred. Well, Fred's definitely going to play because he played 5 minutes in the last game. Scott, do we think he's going to play Scott 2 games in a row, considering he's coming back from injury?
Yes.
Pogba on the left.
The only other person he could put is Matic, but I can't really and truly see him putting he could actually put Matic in because the tempo of the game might be slightly slower.
So he's going to play Matic and Fred.
No. I'm saying if he was to do it, he could probably if we get rid of these lot, we probably could put Matic instead of Scott?
See, because I wouldn't play either Scott, or I'll play Matic and Pogba and play Sancho on the left, Greenwood on the right. I just think we need to attack this tepid football. And let's be honest, Pogba hasn't played well. He's had one good game on the left, and the rest of the games he hasn't been great. So stick it back in the middle, put somebody whose job it is to play on the left. I think Greenwood. Sancho. And get our midfield, because the problem I think we've got is that our midfield is still too negative. When opposition see Fred and McTominay, they immediately know what their weaknesses are. So they press Fred or run around him and let McTominay have the ball, because all he does is do his river dance. So I think personally that your team's wrong.
Oh, Maisie, I think you wanted to say something. Mr. B, you're in detention, sir.
We're going to have to put Mr. B in the naughty corner for now.
Yes. No one puts Mr. B in the corner.
For me, I was thinking about Tellez, is he going to play? Because Luke Shaw has actually been called up for the England squad, and if he wasn't fully fit, would Sir Gareth Southgate have brought him through to play 2 games?
Would. Yeah, he would.
Especially, you really? I was thinking perhaps maybe not, and maybe Luke Shaw might play, and maybe Tellez might come on as a substitute. I wouldn't play Pogba on the left. I completely agree with Mr. B there. Pogba, for me, he isn't a left-wing player. He's a central midfielder for that reason, and that's where his position should be. I know he prefers playing on the left, so put him on the left-hand side as a central midfielder if that's what he prefers. But for me, he's not pacey enough to be as a left-wing player. I would even, like you say, put Sancho there, or I'd even rather put Ronaldo as a left-winged and then put Cavani up front than put Pogba on the left. That is personally, that's what my opinion is. I think it'll always going to be a Mick-Fred partnership, because we all know that Mick-Fred is always going to be that partnership in the Premier League, unless, of course, we do play a different kind of team. But
Formats.
Yeah. Apart from that, though, I do think everything else is going to be correct. I think Bruno is 100% going to play. Ronaldo's going to definitely play. Greenwood is as well. So I think apart from them 2 points, I'd probably say the rest of the lineup is 100% correct for me.
Matt, you're sitting there nodding. Please agree with me somehow, Matt. I beg you, please.
I don't want to see these two together. It sounds like a sandwich at McDonald's. I don't want a McFred. All right. I said this, I think, before. I said it on another channel as well. Why you play 2 players in one position is ridiculous. Like, you don't put 2 right midfielders on the right and go sod the left. I'll put 2 right wingers on the right and we'll just leave the left clear. I just don't like seeing them 2 together trying to do the job that they can't even do together. Like, we need someone to be able to do that position, and it really does annoy me, everybody, that we've got. It's no offense to them as players, because they are good squad players. They're good on the bench to come on and do and finish a job out if they have to do it. But I'm so annoyed at seeing these 2 together at the back there. It's another place for attacker to be there, and I'm disappointed that they have to.
Who would you replace? Matt, I was thinking Matt might agree with me, but now I'm disappointed, Matt. Who would you put there instead of those 2? What formation and what system would you play if we got rid of Scott and Fred? Because I put Fred in. I always put Fred in. The reason why is because of his energy. That's the only reason I put Fred in. I'm not saying Fred is a world-class player or anything like that, but his energy. And also midweek game, I don't know if we watched the game, but I think him not starting, we lost a bit of energy in the middle of the park.
But mate, do you think maybe that him not starting that might make him think that he's got to do a bit better? And look, I think Fred would be the person that I would put in there without Scott McTominay. I think Fred should be the person to say, look, you've got to do this role now. You've got to feed the players in front of you. You've got to spread the ball quicker, faster, and send it off where it needs to be. We're lacking that. We've been lacking that position for so long, and we've literally got a right winger now with Sancho as well, which we've been lacking for so long. When are we going to address this problem? Because I think it is a problem. I think it will continue to be a problem until we solve it out. So look, I mean, I'd put Fred there, and then I'd add somebody else like Van der Beek with him, but maybe off up top a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So like,
so when we played a game against Leeds United, I think that was the first game we played, and it seems like Fred, what Ole did, he almost like put one of them slightly ahead of the other one, and just had one of them, and all of a sudden now in the last few games, it's almost like revert then to the flat two in there now, rather than having the option of one go forward, one stay back.
It's difficult.
Look, guys, as everyone's got different opinions. With Man United right now, there's so many variables that we can think of. Even MAISEY was saying about put Ronaldo on the left, to get Cavani in the side. There's talking about Donny van der Beek, how to get him in the side. There's so many variables out there that we can sort of tinker with. My personal opinion would be I would put Pogba as a centre midfielder. I think he would and with someone there to back him up, whether it's McTominay, even Donny van der Beek, because I just think we need more quality in those sort of areas, as in on the ball. When we do have the ball, we're going to, like most of the games recently, we've had 60-something% possession. We've had more touches than most teams. I'm talking about Villa. I'm talking about West Ham. I'm talking about home or away. We still have more touches, more possession than teams, but I want to have quality possession. And that's when I think Pogba should be in the middle of the park, picking up the ball, head up, and popping it around. And also, I'm going to say it again, I say it every week, every show, I want Bruno just to drop off a little deeper again. And so we can start, turn and face these teams and play like that, you know, rather than having too much gap between our centre midfielders and Bruno, because it's hard to pick him out. But yeah, I'm like, you guys have come up with so many good ideas here. We could shuffle it about. But I also remember, when it's on the pitch as well, people can also change positions. Greenwood could swap with Sancho. We've seen that a couple of times where I've seen like TalkMU saying, "Oh, Greenwood's got the ball, he's not tracking back," but it was actually Sancho. or Lingard comes on and he gets confused with scoring, and everyone thinks Sancho scored. So it shows there's a lot of variables we can have, and we can mix it up on the pitch as well, not just with the starting lineup. But we've got a good squad now, so there we go.
With it as well on Monday, don't you think as well? Like when we used to watch Nani and Ronaldo and Rooney, you used to see them interchange, constant interchange. So you basically, the defenders were on their kept on their toes all the time. What I'm seeing in this current Manchester United lineup system, you don't see that. You don't see them interchange. You don't see them moving around, the front three players moving around to basically give the defender something to think about.
Well, hopefully. So yeah, go on, Matt. Do you agree?
Why don't we like switch it completely around? Put like Varane, Lindelof up top, and like, like what's going on? Why are the defenders? They'll be confused. We look at the manager going, "What's going on?" They go, "I don't know what's going on."
Matt's been watching too many of those, fictional film where they go on, they win the trophy or something like that.
The Mighty Ducks.
The Great Escape, I think that.
Yeah. Take the victory.
Yeah, that's it.
Pele gets the ball. Give Pele the ball. I take the ball here. I go.
If you're watching, please like, please share, please subscribe. And right now on Monday, I'm really sorry, but there's tons of questions, but we'll only take the current ones, which is relevant.
I think some of these good questions to do with the lineup.
There's over 40
formation. So here we go. Says, I think Lingard has to play because Everton will have seen there's no press with Ronaldo. Okay, and Pogba in advanced position. So, do you hear that, guys? Just saying,
you know what? That comment actually. Now thinking about it, he's bloody right. With Ronaldo, we can't press at all. So that's the centre press gone. Because even if you look at the game, he was waving. He was waving Bruno to run past him to press. Now with Pogba, it's right. That's not his game either. Hey, that's a good comment. That's a big comment, Mr. BT. Don't know if that's yeah.
Akil, how you doing, Akil? He says, I will personally rest Pogba, start McTominay and Donny in the midfield, Sancho, Ronaldo, Bruno, Greenwood up front. Pogba makes us a little unbalanced and can be brought on as a super sub. Interesting.
Interesting comment.
Connor, how you doing, Connor? Connor says
leaving January.
Southgate. Okay, let's remove that one. Sorry about this. There's some good comments here. Here we go again. Akil says Lingard's good shot, deserves to pay. Oh, we just done that one. Sorry, excuse me. Here we go. So Connor said Fred can't pass, so that can't be his role. Scott was great yesterday at passing. Has had great through balls to Ronaldo the last 2 times he's played with him. That's interesting. By Connor. Here we go. Akil says McTominay is not a CDM. Pogba and Bruno being so far up didn't help him, but he was not receiving the ball from defence and was hiding throughout the match. Matic made a huge impact when he came on.
Yes, he does though. Imagine if he had a 27-year-old Matic.
The goal conceded to Villarreal was too similar to the one Newcastle won. Midfielder and central defender both going for the same ball. Connor says Scott nearly scored and had a near assist against Villarreal. That's why I said Matic, Scott, because Matic can sit back and help the defence and Scott can go forward. So Connor wants a Matic and Scott midfield. Do we see that often? We don't see that often, do we?
No.
But this is what I was saying earlier though, because with the way Rafa Benitez is going to set up, he's going to set up 4-4-1-1, and then he will then bring someone back into the midfield to make it a 5 in midfield. So with playing Matic, it might work, playing Matic in that role.
Yeah. And don't forget, in pre-season, when we played Everton, Donny and Matic was the partnership in midfield, and they both played extremely well with each other. So maybe Ollie might actually take the risk, and knowing that it worked well against Everton last time, he may potentially do it again.
Yeah.
May, Mr. B. May.
Just a May.
I'm going to read out his comment from...
in capitals.
Read out his comment from Mehdi. Mehdi says, against Villarreal, we tried to play with either one CDM, McTom. After a few good minutes, we could easily see that McTom is not suited to that role. We need a CDM to be able to play like that. Or do we need a manager to train them to stay in that position?
No.
Okay.
We just players need discipline. At the end of the day, if you're a CDM, there's certain positions that you do not go into. You're not supposed to be running left, and you're a CDM. That's the center. You cover. That you're the screen, all right. It's a one-man screen, granted, but that's maybe where the experience comes into it. We don't need a McTominay who's never going to play CDM chasing after, man. That's the problem when we see Fred always chasing.
Good shout.
It's not that you need to be able to see the second pass. It's the same thing I was talking about Varane in the week. He was seeing the second pass. So he was already in that position. He was already snuffing out the danger before it even arrived. So that's what we need our CDM to do. And I'll be honest, Fred's always chasing him. McTominay, I don't think, has got that intelligence. So
yeah. Can I just add to that? I think what I really rate about CDMs is that you don't need to have the legs like McTominay. He just needs to slow it down. I look at Rodri. I look at Busquets from Barcelona. I look at Michael Carrick, for example. You never see them out of position. You never see them chasing or having to use their pace or anything like that. So those players are static, stay in one zone and distribute the ball. You can play pinball off them. Sorry, Matt.
Yeah.
No, sorry. I just wanted. We don't have a CDM at all. I don't know why everyone seems to think we've got. I mean,
the thing is,
he's too old to be able to do the job. Like you said, Solo. Imagine a Matic at 27. He's not 27. He's older now, and he can't keep up. If you can't have a player in that position that can play the whole 90 minutes, then we're useless without it.
Guys, I'll go back again. Do we physically need a CDM, or do we just need a player who can actually go there and play all position, rather than just saying we need a CDM? Because
we need a good quality player.
I don't think we need a CDM. We have got quality in the squad. We have got the quality there, but we're not utilizing it.
I think we need someone who's experienced in doing that role and can move the ball quickly through. I think we really do that. You look at Man United, look at Carrick, you look at Scholes, who adapted his game to be able to play that role, pinging balls from CDM, quick turn, look, pass it, straight to the left, straight to the right. It's done.
But
We're already
what I'm going to say to you though, Matt, is don't you think gone are those days now where it is like that? And now we're looking at a different era of footballers who probably you don't have that special role. They don't have that speciality. So like I've got a friend who plays sort of like for QPR right now, and he's meant to be a CDM. But he said some week I'll be playing up front. Some week I'll be playing because the way they're playing it now is you should be able to play. If you're a footballer, and I'm on it always say, if you're good enough, you should be able to play anywhere on the pitch.
You look at Camavinga right now, Real Madrid, he's smashing it. We missed out on him, right? He was quite cheap as well. And he moves the ball quickly. He only like Kante for Chelsea. He runs around like nobody's problem, nobody's business.
But
and
he's a different kettle of fish. He's just on another planet compared to everyone else.
He's a different kettle of fish. That's what we need.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just want to answer BT's questions here. We need a working midfield. Pogba and Bruno have no defensive discipline or positioning in the transition. McFred does. What I will say to that is McFred is not one person. McFred is two. That is the issue. That is the issue that we have. You're starting the game a man short because you're playing two players in the space of one.
Mm-hmm.
To you, bath time.
Spice Girls done a song like that. Two becomes one. That's exactly what's going on here.
Good. So go on Monday.
Yeah. So Akil says Bruno isn't going to drop off into midfield. As this is what I was saying, Bruno just dropped 10 yards. So he said Bruno isn't going to drop into midfield as he is the one who starts to press. Since Ronaldo can't press consistently, Bruno being so high takes away from the midfield, and we are being completely overrun. So he's saying one thing. He's not going to drop off. Right. Yeah, he's right in a way. Yeah,
he's right. He's right because even if because he's the one who's supposed to start, because he's not doing it, they've then got 10 yards on us, which means they've then got the option to either hit it long, dink it short into midfield, or find the fullbacks who we haven't decided to press it because they haven't received the ball. You see what I mean? So yeah, it's I would still have Ronaldo in my team though, but I'm just saying.
But should we do OS in here? I wish OS was here because I would have said to OS, should we play Lindelof today then?
That one's going to be a big no-no forever.
So
Connor says, could we do Telles, Varane, Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka, Matic and Scott in midfield, Lingard, Ronaldo and Greenwood? Are we missing someone there? That's a 10-man team.
Bruno must be in there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Bruno must be in there.
7, 8, 9. 10. Yeah, it's a 10-man team.
Bruno picks himself.
They're missing the goalkeeper.
Yeah, but it's still 10, isn't it?
No, because there's no goalkeeper.
There's 9 there. 9.
There's 9. There's 9 players. So Connor, we need one more. One more, please, Connor. We don't want to start with 10 men.
He said he's missing Bruno.
He said he's missing Bruno.
Oh, he said, okay. And Ashley Young, this is by Connor as well. Ashley Young made a good point today. Okay, he said, we haven't replaced Carrick since he's left, and that's what we need. So he would know better than anyone, wouldn't he, Ashley Young? Mm-hmm. Akil said, we completely dominated the preseason game against Everton, as MAISEY pointed out. Yep, good shout. With Donny and Matic.
Can I answer? I want to say something to that one, sorry. Rafa's not an idiot. Rafa's not showing nobody all of his cards in pre-season. So Rafa sent out a crap team pre-season with a bookie formation and bookie tactics because he knows come the season he's not going to be playing anything like that.
Okay, so there's no way Donny will play after public disrespecting the staff. Does anyone know about that?
Did you see it?
No, I didn't.
There was a video on social media. So when Fred came on as a substitute, you could see Donny. He was really angry. He was like, "Why?" And he was throwing his bib on the floor. And you had to see, you see Bailly and Dean Henderson patting him, like I say, like calm down because he was literally so fuming. And I was watching it, and I was like, he needed to be careful because he knows that there's cameras all around. I understand that he is frustrated. He isn't getting that game time, what he may want. But he needs to also be careful and not show anything in public because that can destroy him in terms of
He's been professional for a long time, hasn't he, though? Mm-hmm. I think it's quite good in a way.
I love that about him. I'm not. I don't think that's a disrespect. He wants to play He wants to play in the team. Like he's so angry about it. I mean, I want that from a player on the bench going, "Why is it not me?"
Yeah. So when he comes on, he performs then, doesn't he? And he shows it. But this is for me with Donny. I just want him to get that opportunity. So when he comes on, he just sit there and he's silent all those critics who believe he shouldn't be at Man United. That's
And
all I want him to do.
And don't forget as well, when Fred came on, as what was said in the comments by Connor, Fred came on as a left back. Donny wouldn't have been able to play as a left back because he's an attacking player. He isn't a defensive player. So he would have had no room to play unless he was taking Scott McTominay off. And we're not going to take Scott off if Telly's needed to come off.
Yeah,
okay, just flying through these. Connor says DM, his role is to sit in front of the back four and provide help to take the ball and spray it forward, especially when we tried to counter against Villarreal. There were so many bad passes. Big up Zog, how you doing, man?
Big up Zog.
Lucas Life, how you doing? Says I think United should play Donny van Beek for this game, given an opportunity to put on a good performance going into the international break. If he was able to stay fit, he would play. He takes Sakari from. He's a Swiss guy, isn't he? From Borussia Mönchengladbach for 30 million. Yeah, he's quite rated. Swiss international. Mehdi says Berg from Sheffield United could be a cheap and good solution in that position. We need a working midfield. Bruno, we read this one, haven't we? Bruno and Pogba don't have
we've read it.
Interesting comments. Connor said he's been a fan of Berg since he moved to Sheffield United. Cheap, solid, and he's a 6'5" boss. Lucas says United to buy someone like Kessie, who's a baller, calm and relaxes. Good shout. I like that talk. Mehdi says maybe Donny could be converted to the CDM. Yeah, he's got all the qualities. Yeah, I agree. He can play there easily. Kessie would be 20 million because his contract expires next year. We might go for him. There's been rumors about that in January. I've heard Rice to United is dead because he's too overpriced. Now we're looking at Kessie. If this is Akil said, if we all can see how imbalanced we are in midfield without playing a proper CM, why hasn't Ollie prioritized the position in the summer?
Again, he does have the textbook.
Friends favors for friends, isn't it? That's the thing.
Yeah. Lukiko, how you doing? He says, guys, I think Cavani should start up front because he depends on their toes. We came on, he was hungry yesterday. Donny deserves more minutes, says Connor, but he does not deserve to start yet. Fred came on to play left back. Okay, yeah, we covered that. That's it there. I'm going to stop right there because there's a lot of stuff there, a lot of transfer talk, and yeah. Thank you guys for all the comments.
Yeah. And this one I just saw from Mehdi about it's not going to be disagreed. So guys, if you're watching, please hit that subscribe button. And can you please, if you get the opportunity now, put your score prediction down, because this is going to be quite interesting now, because let's see. On Monday.
1-0 Man United, score and manage the game. And no heart attacks for anybody, no last-minute drama, as we've had twice this season. So 1-0 Man United, please. Manage the game, comfortable, because we've got possession most games, we've got most touches most games. So manage that, have the goal, and just see it out and play comfortably by putting Pogba in midfield so he can dictate everything. Thank you.
Let's go to Mr. B. 2-1.
You got it right, boy. That's what I want. That's what I want. I would really prefer 2-0. I would really prefer 2-0. But I want a 2-1. I don't want a West Ham 2-1 where it did my head in. Give me a 2-1 where we're 2-0 up and they score in the 80th, maybe the 86th, 87th, 88th minute. And then they get a man sent off. So, yeah, I'll take 2-1. I'm convinced it was going to be a 2-1.
Matt.
2-2.
2-2.
We're going to lose it right at the end. We're going to be 2-1 up and we let it go again. I don't want that to happen. Don't get me wrong, but I'm speaking with my mind and not my heart. My heart says 17-0 to Man United.
Goal difference. We won the league. Maybe
2-2.
Tough game.
I think it's going to be 3-2 because every time you do watch a Man United versus Everton game, there is always quite a few goals what do happen from both sides. You've seen it on both games last season. There was Man United scored 6 goals altogether in 2 games, and you've seen Everton as well. They scored 4 or 5 goals against us as well in the 2 games. So we're both an attacking team. So I think none of them, neither us or Everton, is gonna give up easily, so I think it's going to be a 3-2.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to hit it out as always. 3-1 United. Always 3-1 for me. It will happen one day. It will happen. It will happen. 3-1. It's going to be a tough game. It will be a very difficult game. I think the reason I'm going 3-1 is because the squad of player we've got at Man United, we should be, even though we're talking about we should have a CDM, we should have this, we should have that. That team is good enough to win a Premier League. It's good enough to win a Premier League. But we just need, when we go out there, we need to unite together as a team, play together rather than waiting for individual brilliance, and keep composure. Stop losing the ball in midfield and closing people down. Don't sit there and take 10 touches on the ball. Zip the ball around more quicker. And we can damage team if we play that sort of style of football. So I'm going to go 3-1. They will score a goal. There's nowhere on earth we're going to not concede a goal. And it's not going to be David De Gea's fault. It's going to be like a long shot or something like that. So, yeah, for me, 3-1 United. Armando, would you mind taking some of these score prediction through? And then we're going to wrap up.
All right, very quickly. Thanks again for these score predictions. You've got an Arsenal fan saying Man United 2-0. That's Anthony Herbert. And he didn't die the other day. RIP. That was someone else. So thanks for being still alive, Andy. Thank God. Akil says 3-1 United. Do you remember that? It was Richard. Right. Yeah, Andy Herbert. Yank talking smack. Connor says 3-1 United. Like that. You'll like that one, Solo. This guy, Vaughan, says 2-1 Matt Fred with all goals. All goals for them as well.
Yeah, the own goal as well, Steve.
Talk MU says 1-0 to United. And here we go. Oh, sorry. So I think we'll be more defensive and sound this year. That's why he's saying 3-1, says Connor. All right, and then they're talking about Berg. Oh, here we go. 1-1 draw here from the top agent or the top journalist in sport, Transfer Don.
Mehdi, did you see that, Mehdi?
Oh, sorry, Mehdi's saying he's talking about Berg again. They're having a big discussion about Berg. They're saying he's big, he's tackler, he's a good passer, he's good at reading the game. I actually don't see any weak points on him as a CDM. And okay, yeah, thank you, Anthony. I'm okay. So I'm alive and well. Big up the guys at the Man United agenda. We're great
guys. We really appreciate your support. Thanks for watching, liking, share, and subscribe to the Man United agenda and Football United TV. Matt, where can we find you, sir?
Well, first of all, before I even shout out anywhere I am, make sure if you're watching now, tap that index button for the Man United agenda. Please like, share, subscribe. Share does really help. It really does push the channel. And thank you, everybody, for tuning into this wonderful and probably my favourite Man United show on YouTube. You can find me at Football United TV, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. And look, I'm very, very thankful for you lot for having us on. So thank you so much. Okay.
Always a pleasure having you on. And MAISEY, we know where we can find MAISEY. So, MAISEY, tell us where we can find you.
You can find me on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Devils United. I just want to say a big thanks as well to everyone on the panel for having me on. It's been an absolute joy to be on on the panel today. Really enjoyed it.
Always a pleasure having you on. And we will see your show on Monday at 7 o'clock as well for play ratings as well.
It sounds like we paid them to read from a script. Yeah.
I was just going to sit there.
It's really nice. Honestly, thank you so much. That's really sweet.
Yeah, where can we find you two? everywhere and anywhere on the United Agenda.
On my sofa.
Yeah.
This is my season ticket to the Man United Agenda right here.
Oh, guys, listen, guys, it's always a pleasure having you guys on, and we'll be doing the watch along as well. So I'm pretty certain we'll probably see Matt and Maisie and the watch along. I'll be there this week as well. I'll be with you guys, joining you. So,
Ooh.
Mr. B, I think you might be with us as well, but it depends.
No, I won't be. I'll be with you in spirit, mate. I'll be with you in spirit.
Oh, I can't see you losing it then, can I? Jesus.
Oh, God. The West Ham game, that was classic.
Exactly. We're sitting there at the game and seeing videos of Mr. B jumping up and down on his bed. Guys,
and sorry, the funny thing is, a couple of days later, we're playing Aston Villa, and Mr. B's brother comes on as Aston Villa fan, and he's sitting in the right talking news project. He was sitting right in the same position as Mr. B.
Brilliant. Absolute brilliant.
Rich Sports says 2-1 United, Ronaldo again.
Yep, brilliant. Guys, thank you so much for all your comments, all the participation tonight. Really appreciate all the support out there. Also, remember, guys, once we hit the 1K subscriber, we're giving you the chance to win yourself a signed Bruno Fernandes football shirt, but we're on the road to 700 subscribers at the moment. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you on Saturday for the watch. Oh, no, we'll see you tomorrow. Mr. B's back on Friday.
Oh, I am.
Yes.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I am. Yeah. See you all tomorrow. I'll see you all tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching, sharing, liking, subscribe to the Man United Agenda. Have a lovely evening.
Bye.
Bye.